What's up, guys? So in today's video I'm going to be talking about sales, and more specifically my experience with sales, and more so the anxiety aspect behind sales. So the reason why I really wanted to make this video is because I've been struggling a lot with this, and by no means have I overcome it at all. I still get super stressed out about sales. I still suck at sales. I'm making this video really just to ingrain it into my head, and as if I'm kind of talking to myself. So I started listening to the Andy Frisella's podcast, the MFCEO project, and he just had an episode, which was like the top five ways to overcome anxiety in sales, and I thought it was an amazing podcast, and it really, what he touched on really helped me with my mentality and mindset behind sales. So I just wanted to make a video about this, and I said that I'd be making a video every day about something I learned, so I think this video is worthy, and I don't think enough people touch on this aspect. Everyone talks about sales and sales strategies, and before I made my first cold call or even did anything related to sales, I was studying all the strategies and the scripts and this and that, and you don't realize how stressful and how anxious being in a sales situation makes you until you actually take action. And I wasn't mentally prepared at all for how stressed and anxious I would be. So Andy in the podcast really touched on this. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys my biggest takeaways. So the main takeaway is that you have to believe in your product. You have to be 100% genuine. You truly have to be in the mindset, and it all comes back to the mindset. Forget about the techniques, forget about all that stuff. If your mindset isn't there, if you don't believe in your product, if you don't truly want to help the person that you're offering your service or product to, you're going to come off as fake. They're going to read right through you. So, and let alone, you're going to feel like crap. You're going to be super anxious selling to them when you're not confident about your product. You don't truly believe in it. So that's the main problem, and honestly, that is 99% of overcoming the anxiety in sales. And now that I think back on it, that's kind of why I was so anxious selling, is because, so obviously most of you guys that would watch this are most likely going to be in the social media marketing agency niche, and that's what I am. So I was selling marketing services, and it's weird because he says that you have to be a customer of your own product or service, and whereas I can't really be a customer of my own service. So the way I see it is that I just have to have a really good understanding of how my service can help the potential client. And I feel like that was kind of a problem because, for example, I've never worked with a client before, so I've never seen someone from start to finish grow using my services. So that was kind of a problem where I know businesses need marketing. I know it's effective, but I just have that belief in my own capabilities of truly being able to help the clients, which is why I think I had some problems with that. And also another huge thing, which is part of that 90% of overcoming the anxiety, is that get out of the mindset that you're trying to manipulate people and convince them to buy your service. Literally, your service should be so good, and you should have such a strong belief in your service that you're literally making a recommendation and they are closing themselves. They are seeing how good your product is for them, and they are telling you that they want to buy it. That's how sales should be nowadays. It's no more manipulating and convincing people with fancy play on words. No, you're really helping people. You're giving them a solution. You're not selling them. So that was the main takeaway, and I think that's a huge. I'm really trying to drill this into my head because I think that'll help me a lot. Literally, you just go into a meeting knowing that you're gonna help them. You just ask them questions. Literally have a casual conversation. Everyone says it, but it's so true. You just have to believe that you just have to have full confidence that your product can help them. And if you don't, if you truly don't believe in marketing or whatever you're selling, then honestly, quit your job if your job is a salesman, or get in a new business, because it's impossible to sell something you don't believe in. So that's the 90% of overcoming sales anxiety, what most people struggle with. And the other 10% is practice. And this is really something that obviously I knew it. Obviously I know that you become better at something when you practice it, but you have to be willing to lose. You have to be willing to embarrass yourself. You have to be willing to suck, not make the sales, and just practice, because it's really the only way that you're gonna grow out of this fear, and every time you become better. Like, I've been on 3 meetings and they've all gone, like, I've had no one like get mad at me or whatever, but they've all gone pretty badly. Haven't closed anyone. Was pretty like relatively anxious during the meeting, but that just comes with practice. And here's a huge misconception, and it's really due to all these stupid gurus on Instagram and stuff. Everyone thinks that sales is something that you're naturally born with. Everyone thinks that all these Instagram gurus and like all these good salesmen are naturally extroverted and they have to be some like super outgoing guy and have been like that for your whole life to be good at sales, but it's not true. It's really an acquired skill that you have to practice. And even if you're super introvert, like I'm very introvert, I don't like being around people, I don't like being hyper and all that, but I've come to understand that sales is an acquired skill, and you don't have to be naturally good at it. It's impossible to be naturally good at sales. You have to practice. So that's really the main thing that I want to touch on, is the belief part and the mindset, and to get out of the mindset that it's about manipulating and knowing all these sales scripts. By the way, don't use a sales script. If any of you guys are in courses, I know a lot of them give out scripts, just don't use the scripts, because you never know what's going to happen in a meeting, and no matter how good you are, the script is never going to come off naturally. So that's first thing, get out of the script. Literally, if you're going in offering them a solution, you don't need a script. You can just be natural, be authentic. And another thing, just a final little tip that actually, it sounds all gimmicky at first, but it actually helps a lot, and I've used it, is, so fear, anxiety is physiologically, like biologically, the same as excitement. So fear is really just excitement, but with negative thoughts in your head, whereas excitement is the same as fear, but with positive thoughts in your head, right? So you can control that. Before a meeting, when you're feeling anxious, just realize that you're literally excited, but you're just thinking negative thoughts. So tell yourself, I'm literally just excited, but I'm thinking negatively. Think positively. Obviously, it's hard, but for me personally, knowing this actually helps a lot controlling my anxiety. So yeah, and again, I realize I'm saying literally a lot, but anyways, I still suck at sales. I really want to get better, and my anxiety is the main thing that's getting in the way for me regarding sales. So I'm making this video for anyone that is having this issue, to show you that really you're not the only one, and all these gurus that are out here pretending that they're naturally born with sales are actually just making everyone's like instilling fear and making everyone else feel like shit that aren't naturally good at sales. So that's really what I wanted to touch on. This is my first video where I mentioned that I wanted to post something every day of just something that I learned in the previous day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's something that I'm going to be working on, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm actually making this for myself, just to remind myself that this is how you overcome anxiety, this is how you go about sales. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm still going to be trying to 4 or 5 times a week post just some, not random, but some things that I just find is valuable towards building a business and just becoming a better person, and that's good for personal growth. So that's that for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.